Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us to kick off our 2021 United Summer Associates program here at our San Francisco hub. Before we dive into everything, I want to extend a huge thank you to our United Airlines technical operations team. We were originally going to do this event in a meeting room or a conference room in the terminal, and with the amazing facility that we have here at San Francisco and our wonderful backdrop here, how could you say no to that? So just a big round of applause to our tech ops folks for making this happen. Thank you so much. You know, watching them navigate this aircraft in earlier this morning was quite a sight, and absolutely love that we get to have this with our brand new livery too. Here at United, safety is our top priority, so to begin, we're going to have a little safety briefing. In case of an evacuation, we're going to exit the hangar doors. Actually, I should make our in-flight folks help me with this. We're going to exit the hangar doors, and we're going to take a right, and we're going to exit at the south gates and go to the visitors parking lot that we all parked at. We do have fire extinguishers located in many places throughout the hangar facility. You can see one over there, and in the hallways in the back, anything that has red on the wall most likely has a fire extinguisher on it. In addition, there are AEDs in the main hallway in the back. You can find them. If you turn left or you turn right, you'll see an AED symbol with the hearts, and that'll be your cue to where an AED is. Just real quick, is anyone in this building CPR certified? So we have a lot of people in this hangar right now, and in case we need to call emergency services, do I have a volunteer to help with that? Thank you, Jeff. I really do appreciate it. And then finally, in the case of an earthquake, we do duck and cover with whatever we can find here. And then in the case of an active shooter, the three things that we do are run, hide, and fight. And with that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Is going to be Lori Augustine, United Airlines' Vice President of our San Francisco hub. Welcome, Lori. Thank you.
All right, I was asked last night, what's your walk-up song? And I have so many, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Thank you, London, for allowing us to take this mask off right now, and I think it has everything to do with all the vaccinations that we've gotten because of you. So thank you so much for everything that you've done. It is nice to stand up here without a mask today. So good morning. Welcome to our amazing San Francisco hub. My name is Lori Augustine. I'm the Vice President here in San Francisco for United Airlines for airport operations. It's an exciting day because yesterday we officially opened up California. And I also just want to welcome our amazing Mayor, London Breed, Mayor of San Francisco. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And our great partner with the airport, Director Ivar Satero. Where's Ivar? Yeah, there you go. And I'd like to, first and foremost, before I go on, welcome a huge, enormous welcome to our 10 associates. Welcome to the United family. I guess I should just say, you already are family, so welcome. So this program started a decade ago and encourages students to continue their education and explore their career with United Airlines. So I have to just pause and kind of share a little bit of my personal journey because I started out as a customer service agent right here in San Francisco. I moved around throughout the company because United provided so many opportunities. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be a leader. I love to lead people. I love to lead change, and I love to make a difference. So United had no idea, it was not my degree. I got into the aviation business with customer service, and it gets in your blood, so be careful. These 8 weeks just might get in your blood a little bit. And so I started navigating my career. And I never thought 25 years ago that I'd be standing here in front of you as a vice president and an officer for this company. So think big. And if I could give the summer associates some advice, be brave and be curious. spend this 8 weeks asking lots of questions. You're going to get a behind-the-scenes view of our business. And I hope it does get in your blood. And I hope you do apply for United Airlines, because I would love to work with each and every one of you. I paused last night and read every single one of your bios, and I thought what was exciting about what you said was all of you stated some sort of purpose and some sort of change that you wanted to make, whether it be because what we just went through in this past year or what you've went through in your life. But you all said you had a purpose. So I would encourage you to think about that as you go forward. So no matter what career you walk into, you create change, good change for this world, because we need that. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Janet Lamkin. She's our Senior Vice President of Markets and Community Innovation. Welcome, Janet.
I'm just going to go with Lori's song, if that's okay. Well, thank you all. It's so great to see everybody. I want to add my welcome to Ivar. We appreciate you being here. Our very special guest, the Mayor of San Francisco, Mayor London Breed. And I just want to take a moment, Mayor, on behalf of all of us, to thank you for your leadership during the most challenging time of any leader of any city. Obviously, you had other leaders in the same situation, but the way you navigated it for us in San Francisco, we're deeply grateful. So thank you. So as Lori said, the Summer Associate Program has been around for about 10 years, and United has had the pleasure of having 800 different interns and associates with us during that time, and hiring many of them. I will tell you that this role is not only the gateway to a career, but it's literally a gateway to the world. So as Lori said, we hope it gets in your blood. Over the coming weeks, we are going to have you be exposed and learn from our chief pilot, from in-flight, from customer service, who is the best in the industry, from tech ops, who run an incredibly complex organization. And through all of those different ventures, I think you will find your passion. I also think you'll find your passion working with our customers. Lori talked about you all being purpose-driven, and we're a purpose-driven company. We're purpose-driven to connect the world and be innovators and leave the globe in a better place than we found it. So I get the pleasure of welcoming you to the most innovative airline and one of the most innovative companies. And I know you're going to enjoy your time with us, and we know we're going to enjoy our time with you. So welcome to all of you.
Thank you so much, Janet. And it is my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome our Mayor of San Francisco, Miss Mayor London. Oh, Ivar first? Okay, absolutely. Ivar, welcome, and the stage is yours.
Thank you. Good morning. And Mayor, I just have to add my thanks to you and the leadership you've shown throughout this pandemic. And I want to say that not just being bold and courageous around the pandemic, but sticking to the values of San Francisco and addressing critical issues like homelessness and racial equity. She has just been so true to her values while dealing with this crisis. And I'm just honored to work for you. Thank you. And I have to say congratulations to our interns here today, and thank you to United for continuing to stay focused on the future. And that's what this is about. And all of you clearly shine, and amongst a very competitive field, were selected for this role. And I'm proud of United continuing to think about that and build for the future. And I think about the opportunities you will have in your experience here, and take advantage of those opportunities. And I'll tell you just my story a little bit. I started as an intern for the City and County of San Francisco in 1983. And for 4 years while going to college, I was able to have that opportunity. My first 2 years were in the file room, arranging all the files, but I learned from that experience. and I learned how to take advantage of all of the opportunities that were afforded me. And what I found was people that cared for my career and organizations that cared for my career. And the city has cared for me and my career and my development throughout my 33, can't do the math real quick here, my 37 plus years with the city and county of San Francisco. And United has shown that care for you by continuing to invest in the future of young people. And so I just am so thankful for that. We at SFO, we also, and I'm going to do a quick pitch. Next year, we had to suspend our own trainee program this year. We normally hire about 300 interns, particularly around the Mayor's Opportunities for All program, but a lot of college interns and all the opportunities. Next year, we'll have 150 college internships in all aspects of our business. And there's so much excitement that happens at SFO, and there's so much opportunity. We're like a city unto ourselves. We are 46,000 people employed at SFO, the largest employer in San Mateo County. 1,600 of those work for the airport in administration, in human resources, in engineering, in project management, in airfield safety. All of the opportunity, anything, your passion, you can find your passion at this airport. Sustainability. We have a wonderful team advancing our sustainability initiatives around sustainable aviation fuel, and United is a really wonderful partner with us in that. Technology, we're helping build the future of technology for a seamless passenger experience. There's so much opportunity here, and you're so fortunate to have this opportunity. So thank you, United, for continuing to invest in our youth, and thank you for having me here, and thanks again to our mayor.
Thank you so much, Ivar. And now it is my honor and my privilege to welcome San Francisco Mayor London Breed.
Thank you. Didn't know I was getting a walk-up song today, but thank you very much. I don't mind Katy Perry any day. Thank you all so much for being here today, and congratulations to the new summer associates. Ivar mentioned that he started as an intern, and believe it or not, I started in the mayor's office as an intern. The difference is I wasn't getting paid. At the time, Willie Brown was mayor, and I was at UC Davis. And the truth is, even before that, even before I attended UC Davis, I didn't know much about college. I didn't know much about what I was going to do in my future. And I was fortunate enough that when I went to Galileo High School, my teachers started to spend a lot of time with me talking about that future, talking about what's possible. In fact, I started off as a chemistry major, working at Lawrence Livermore National Lab as an intern. And because I was such a clumsy chemist, I realized that probably wasn't the best field for me. And since I was such a talker, I decided, why not go into politics? They talk a lot. I was lucky to get this internship. And during that time when I worked as an intern, I also worked cleaning houses. I babysat. I worked at Wells Fargo Bank because I wanted to make sure, I was living in poverty. My grandmother raised me, and I was still living with my grandmother, and she was struggling, our family was struggling, and I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to walk away from an opportunity to learn about the city in the mayor's office. And so when I worked in the mayor's office as an intern, I spent a lot of time doing the grunt work. The filing, and at the time, you guys have technology and you can pull things up right away, but I didn't have the ability to do that. I had to look in indexes at the library to do research. There were Rolodexes and fax machines and other ways to communicate. But one of the things that was important and why I'm so fortunate enough now to be mayor of this amazing city is because I never said no. I wanted to learn everything I could. I wanted to explore things that I didn't realize were possible. And so when I was asked to go to an event, I went to that event. When I was asked to do a proclamation, I did the proclamation. When people took an interest in me and teaching me about their field of expertise, I took an interest. Now, I will be honest, most of the time I didn't want to do what most people asked me to do. But I did it because I wanted to understand it and I wanted to learn about it and also to give it a chance. And in fact, I was surprised by how much in certain areas I was able to grow. I was surprised at how good I got at writing constituent mail, not email, actual physical mail, and responding to people's physical letters. I enjoy telling stories in those letters about San Francisco, but I never was the kind of person who really enjoyed writing. And so taking a step further and learning about these various opportunities, but also being enthusiastic about it, it helps others to become enthusiastic about wanting to teach you about their world. I can't even imagine as a young person getting an opportunity to learn what a pilot does. Have you seen all those buttons on a plane? I can't even begin to understand what's the first button you would press to do anything, turn on the lights, open the door, who knows? But the mechanics, and this is a place right here, the engine of a plane and how it works. Aviation is such an incredible industry, and you all have a front row seat to the many men and women who work for United, who are prepared to teach you everything that they know. So I challenge you all to embrace this opportunity. And when I was an intern, I didn't get paid for it. You're going to get paid for this opportunity, but don't just see it as a paid opportunity. This is really an opportunity to determine if this is the field for you. And I want to express my gratitude to United for really not only continuing its summer associate program, but also working with the city on opportunities for all. Because what's most important to me as someone who grew up in poverty, as someone who struggled for so many years of my life, I never ever want money to be a barrier for any young person to realize their full potential. So that's why I'm here, to express how important this is to me and to say thank you to Ivar and the folks at the airport. Thank you to United for all that you're doing, because I don't think there's any other airline that's continuing on with a program of this magnitude to make sure that the next generation has an opportunity to work for, I think, what is an incredible industry and will have a rewarding future as a result of what you all learn here today. So thank you all so much for having me, and good luck this summer. And hopefully after it's all said and done, you might be working for this airlines either after you finish college or even during the summer and year round. Who knows? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mayor London Breed. And now, I'd like to introduce all of you to our interns. And doing that today will be our Director of Customer Service here at our San Francisco hub, Vincent Passafiume. Welcome, Vincent.
Good morning. I am so happy to welcome each and every one of you to this United family here in San Francisco. And as challenging as this past year has been for our industry and our company, this is actually one of the most important and exciting moments in the history of United. And that's why I think this is the best time to have each of you join with us over the next 8 weeks. Know throughout this entire journey, you have the full support of every single member of the United family here in San Francisco behind you, both personally and professionally. And so with that, I'd like to get started by welcoming up our first star of our summer program, Miss Emily McSweeney. So Emily joins us from UC Santa Cruz. Her career ambitions are to either be an entrepreneur or work to help create sustainable and eco-friendly businesses. She's the proud owner of Poshmark Shop, which is an online store that sells secondhand clothing. Running her own business has taught her how to be a responsible and diligent person when it comes to work and maintaining good relationships with her customers, which is key for us here at the airport. Her favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip. She loves board games, and she learned how to crochet during quarantine last year. Emily, welcome to United. Okay. Next up is Mr. Andy Zhu. Andy joins United here from San Francisco State University, and his career ambition aligns perfectly with United, as he would like to be an airline pilot. Andy recently worked with the Japanese Community Youth Council as a counselor in training. During his time as a counselor in training, he worked with other people his age all around the city of San Francisco to create a nonprofit company to attract investors. What made this so impactful was understanding and experiencing the many challenges of creating a startup. And Andy is also a professional photographer. Andy, welcome to United. Radley Simpson. Andy is a student at San Francisco State for environmental studies. He would like to get into the medical science field, something which was prompted over the past year during the pandemic. Radley has worked as a camp counselor during the summer of 2020 and made strong connections with young children as they were facing tough times during this pandemic. He likes to play basketball, listens to a variety of music, and enjoys cooking. Ground turkey tacos are his specialty, and we'll be looking forward to you cooking that for us here in San Francisco. Radley, welcome to United. Thank you. I'd like to now call up Yuxin Huang. Yuxin is a student at UC Berkeley Engineering, where he would like to be a structural engineer helping marginalized countries and regions that have suffered from poverty, warfare, or natural disasters. During his senior year, he participated in a one-year leadership training program under the Community Youth Center. And as part of this program, he planned a large-scale event where he had to budget and even apply for a grant from a foundation. The event was such a success due to the stellar communication and cooperation that he had from his team, probably a sign of your leadership. Also during the pandemic, Andy perfected his cooking skills as well by watching videos on YouTube. We'll also be looking for you to cook for us too as well. We definitely have a lot of cooks here. Yuxin, congratulations and welcome to United. Okay. I'd like to ask Clara Garcia to join me, please. Okay. Clara is a student at San Francisco State University studying finance. Her career ambition is to be a business owner, and she's interested in owning a nonprofit or a restaurant. Well, we have two cooks for you here. She once worked on a project in school where she had to create a realistic business. Her group's business for the project ended up being in real estate. She had to find a location, analyze costs and expenses, create an advertising strategy for a successful apartment complex in San Francisco. Clara loves baking, basketball, and traveling. Clara, welcome to United. Leslie Fatai. You right? Okay. Leslie joins us from Cal State Northridge, and her career ambition is also joined us in the aviation industry. She's most proud of a project that she worked on with mental health awareness. For this project, she did a presentation explaining what mental health disorders are, how important it is, and how it could be treated. What made this project so impactful for her was learning how important mental health is and how important mental health awareness is for society. She enjoys volleyball and basketball. Leslie, welcome to United Airlines. I'd like to now call up Margaret Murphy-Weise. Margaret is one of two students joining us from a college a little bit farther away from where we are right now, where she's a student at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Go Badgers. Her career ambition is to work in international relations or international businesses, focusing on China, as she has been learning Mandarin in school since kindergarten. Wow. During the 2020 presidential election, she volunteered with an organization called Vote Forward and wrote over 500 letters to voters, phone banked, and even served as a poll worker here in San Francisco on Election Day. She was proud of the record number of voters that showed up in 2020 because she knew that she had made a small impact on that election. She plays soccer, lacrosse, and field hockey. She also rebuilt the back deck and stairs to her house during the pandemic. I have a couple projects at home for myself. Margaret, congratulations and welcome to United. Next up, Andy Bao. Andy is a student at the University of California, Santa Barbara, studying electrical engineering. He wishes to successfully graduate and accumulate as much experience to put towards a career that he both enjoys and gives 100% to. During his first year at college, Andy had no prior experience with anything electrical engineering related. However, with the help of his two teammates and their teamwork, a project that they worked on garnered much praise from their faculty. It was so impactful to him because he didn't have any background in engineering that he was very proud to be part of a team and the vital success of that team. Andy likes to read in his spare time. He enjoys morning jogs and plays basketball with friends. Andy, congratulations and welcome to United. Next up, I'd like to call Tineleti Fatai. Hey. Tineleti is a student at the College of San Mateo School of Nursing with her career ambition of going into the medical field. Tineleti is very proud of her time working at another company here in the Bay Area, Tesla. She's extremely proud of her time at Tesla because of her hard work and consistency. Working 12-hour shifts 4 days a week was tiring. However, it was a great experience for her and made her realize what her limits and what to look for in a job are. She loves to swim, catch amazing views, and spend time online. Tineleti, congratulations and welcome. Okay. And lastly, to join me up on stage, Alina Flemmings. Okay, ready? All right, Alina joins us from Howard University for Political Science, so she has won the award of being our intern who is most far from her university. And her career ambitions are to become a lawyer or join Nancy and our flight attendant team here. Alina is a proud member of Brown Girl Surf, a group that focuses on building a more diverse, environmentally reverent, and joyful women's surf culture by increasing access to surfing, cultivating community, and amplifying the voices of women of color surfers, as well as taking care of the earth. Fun fact for Alina, she was a child model and even appeared on a billboard ad for Walmart. Can I get that? Yeah. Okay. Alina, congratulations and welcome to United.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much. Really look forward to seeing you out there joining us in our operation. And remember, once again, you are part of something very big here at United Airlines, and we are all here to support you along this journey. So let's look forward to seeing you out in the terminal.
Thank you so much, Vinny. If we could get all the interns real quick to the other side of this aircraft engine right here, and Lori and Ivar, Janet and Vinny, and Miss London Breed, we can take a quick photo. I do know that you have to head on out, and we'd love to get a photo with you.